Hey everybody, this is Alan. Today I am looking at to see if the Unreal Engine will work on the MacBook Neo. Last week I tried Unity and to be quite frank, it worked shockingly well. So let's get Unreal Engine installed and see how this works today. So I'm going to go ahead and launch this and, well, let's think about this for a second. Let's look at the hardware specs. The Neo is only rocking 8 gigs of RAM, but you can see that the minimum recommendation from Unreal is 16 gigs. So that's kind of going to be an interesting problem with how the Neo works. Now, we've seen things that work a little more efficiently, but needing an M3 or at minimum an M1 M2, this is going to be a cool test. So let's go ahead and launch it and see what happens. Nope. What do we get? We have out of memory based on the metal command line. So that's an interesting start. This initial project that I created was just the Unreal Engine sample FPS. I did it with no changes whatsoever, so this is going to be using the normal high res as it's set up out of the Unreal Engine by default. So we're just going to let this load, go through all the shader compiling, and another out of memory error. At this point, I'm not surprised knowing how heavy hitting Unreal Engine is, and if its minimum recommendation was 16 gig, I thought for a chance we could get this open, but let's go ahead and open up the Unreal Engine again. And this time, we're going to actually go ahead and build a scalable mobile-based project, just something to bring down those quality presets because if my inkling is right, is that what's going to happen here is Unreal Engine out of the box is going to try to do its best, high performance graphics, things like that, except let's see what happens with the scalable project. Okay, we're going through our compiling of shaders and wait for it. The one thing I did notice was the initial time you opened up Unreal, it took close to probably about 15 minutes for it to do the actual building of anything in the background. So this is real time opening up a scalable project after Unreal has been already installed and opened once, and instantly we're met with another out of memory error. Like I said, I'm not surprised, but I thought we'd be able to get into the editor. So let's try it one more time. Let's go ahead and open that up. As you can see, I'm using Unreal Engine 5.7, and let's see. Something's happening. And at this point, we have the Unreal editor. Okay, now it is extremely laggy. I'm trying to click around. Everything's popping in. Nothing's really loading here. But you can see things are coming in, through phases. And you can see it's preparing shaders, textures. The lighting is trying to come to life. And things are really crawling right now. I have a funny feeling we're go. Yep, there's the crash and out of memory. Short answer, does a Unreal Engine work on the MacBook Neo? Not out of the box. Well, that was an interesting test. I'll do some more testing later on, but out of the box, this is not going to work well. Could we get it working? Maybe. But thanks everyone. Make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you soon.